Good morning, guys. This is the day. I'm on my way to my dentist's office, and they're gonna go ahead and remove this front teeth and replace it with a temporary one that will be worn for at least a few days. So I am excited. At the same time, I'm scared because I don't know what I'm gonna look like, guys. So hopefully everything will work out fine and that I can smile again. I'll see you at the doctor's office.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Across the front, so your total is $2,712, okay?
All right.
And then I'll just have you sign your date. And then Dr. Wong will be in shortly.
All right, guys. I'm signing my life away.
Before I tell you the wrong thing, let me double check.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Ring will be right in, okay?
All righty. So today is the day that they're gonna take this off and replace it with a newer bridge, and I hope everything works out well. I will see my doctor in a few minutes.
I'll put that on. Okay. Morning, Mark.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. And now you're being worked on by a 51-year-old.
Oh, no way. Hey, he still looks
old guy.
He still looks like 31, right, guys?
How about that? Mid-action shots in action.
All right, we're gonna start. Anyway, see you guys later.
It's like when we're doing the finals, 'cause I already talked to the lab.
Yeah.
He said he wants to get this temporary as good as almost like a final, so you can have a good evaluation.
Wow. So how long will I wear that white one, the one that was white?
I don't know exact time. I want to say about a week and a half or so.
Okay.
You know, but if you don't smile really high up, you know, the teeth part
You
still
won't
looks
see
the
it.
same. Yeah,
that's
I mean
right.
it's the pink, you know, on the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
But that's the only option that we have, you know, because
right.
to make it right, you know,
yeah.
if we pre-make it, which sometimes we can pre-make it with pink and all that, then when it comes back, it's got to be lined and it's not as precise, you know. So we're doing it a hard way, like we're gonna do a permanent, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna pack strings and do all that, like if I was doing permanent, you
That's
know.
right.
And then that's gonna be prominent,
Yeah.
processed in the lab, you know,
Yeah.
with the pink temporary, you know, the gum area, so you can get a realistic view of what it's gonna look like.
That's right.
Okay. Then we're gonna wear that for a little bit. Any change, you know, we'll see you if it needs to be the very next day, if you want some adjustment, you know.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna probably have you wear for at least probably about 3-4 weeks, you know, to make sure
Just to
that
make sure.
there's nothing, you know, make notes that nothing that we're gonna change.
Yeah.
You know, and if we're gonna change, we're gonna make new index, new notes. We're gonna exchange that information with the lab.
And
you
get
know.
new ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then so when the permanent one, you know, gets made, it'll be done.
Yeah.
You know, exactly the way that you want it. Okay.
Now, the permanent one, how long does it usually last? Depending
With
on
proper
how I clean
occlusion,
it, yeah.
you know, and you're able to clean properly. I've seen bridge that are like 30+ years old and
That's
it's still
right.
good, you know.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the leverage, you know. Like
That's
we're
right.
trying to bring this back. Like right
Yeah.
now, I don't think that this was done bad in the sense of the seal. You know, I think like if you talk about, hey, did the dentist make it where it's got a good seal on the margin? I think they did. You know,
They did.
But the
Almost
problem
to my
is the
gum.
leverage. Okay,
Yeah.
it's too far forward. So over time, if the mechanics not right, the cement is gonna come loose. You know.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're changing the mechanic. We'll bring it back, you know, so that there's not so much tip. Okay.
Yeah, because I can feel like right here, you
Right.
just move a little bit.
And ultimately, it still depends on how much I
Oh,
bite
yeah.
into it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because we are still missing these teeth right here. The more that we tear and bite, you know, the less long, because the glue is only. The bridge is not gonna break, you know,
No.
the material that we make, but is only as strong as the glue itself. You know, and the glue over time depends on how much force and where you put the force in. You know, I think how much you tear actually, not so much when you chew. You know, because we're gonna make sure all the function is correct. You know, that's why we went to equilibration and then get a set. You know, like this. So,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So they got my lip and nose. Feels like going to get numb for a few minutes. Hopefully it'll be numb enough so I don't have to feel anything. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes again. Here we go. Check that shield out. I think that's pretty cool. Just a few minutes or a few seconds.
Sure.
All right. I'm getting ready to
Getting ready to start. Are you sure that you're able to see yourself?
There we go.
Now we can be sure.
Yeah.
This is the new norm. You know, we look like astronauts. But she's not an alien.
I could be. Okay, I don't have any teeth on the front, guys. You can tell. I am not going to show you my whole gum because it's going to look funny. Wow. You see how it's under bite really bad? And I feel so terrible right now. My jaw hurts. Actually, not terrible. I'm just exaggerating. It doesn't look bad with no teeth. No way. Okay.
This is what we are seeing. Like right now, if you look at the, see that that's the eye tooth on this corner.
So it's kind of.
You see that everything is prepped, you know, and that area is thin. Okay. So I'm gonna take an X-ray to see how close your nerve is, like right there, because in order to bring everything, that tooth sticks out. Okay. I'm gonna look at the X-ray first. Okay. Now, if the X-ray tells me that hey, your nerve is right up, you know, then
I don't want to touch it.
Then you don't want to get too close, you know, to it, right? Okay. So if that's the case, and then tell the lab that hey, you know, we're gonna have to. On this, it's easy. I will rework your, you know, temporary. I'll not cut your tooth anymore, but I'll add a little bit to the surface. Then I gotta take a picture, show the lab that that's the thin spot. We gotta, you know, move that out just a little bit, you know, a little thicker. That's why we.
Probably gonna be okay, but you know, we want.
Yeah,
you wanted the perfect.
Yeah, so let me take an X-ray, and I can make my decision on that too. Okay. Everything else is like straightforward. Okay.
Thank you. So I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but they took an X-ray of one of my canines, so they know that they're not gonna hit any nerve or any part of my nerve on the canine, so they can still do what they need to do.
Still got a little bit of room, like right here. See, this is a nerve way down in here. Okay, so I am gonna trim that tip, you know, just a little bit. You know, if your nerve is all the way up here, I'm not doing that. Okay, so but I see that he has some recession on the nerve, so I got a little bit of room, so I want to try to make that. It may still end up be a little bit of a compromise. I may trim a little bit, and then I may still have to make the facial slightly thicker, you know, gain a little bit on both sides, you know. You can see that it's very, very thin, you know, right on that.
Yeah.
Little bit treatment that way. Get Mark a shower in the middle of the spa dentistry. Not what we intended originally.
That's right.
Beautiful, thanks. Let me take a look. And use a little bit of water. Please. Okay. Again, straight, just tap, tap, tap. Good, thanks. Perfect. Let me take a look. All three people are guided by posterior.
The bottom, yeah.
Okay. So let's clean up all the blue marks. The bite is good and everything. So let's just see if there's anything that Mark want to adjust for a little bit, and then we can do that. Let her take a look, you know, and then we're gonna take it and get it polished. When we go polishing, when I gotta numb her a little bit before we pack. Because she
Oh yeah, because it's not glued yet, right?
Yeah. Because we gotta pack, you know, around. So I gotta numb the inside.
I see. Okay.
So I'm just trying to get it as good as I possibly can. I want you to take a few minutes to look at it.
Yeah.
It changes your thing because you're sticking out before.
Oh yeah.
Now you're edge to edge completely.
That's
you know?
really good.
Now you're numb right now, so you can't lift your lip.
I know.
You know, but I would encourage you. You know, this is kind of like for your smile.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be like, you know, it's more class 3. You know, like this, not jetting out.
Yeah.
So I'll let you take a look at it.
Okay.
You know, take your time and look at it. Okay.
Yeah. I feel.
And another thing that you want to do is
I'm like swollen or something.
It's difficult right now because you can't smile. That's why I also gotta look at you real quick one day.
Yeah.
Like after work, you know, or like wherever you get out. You know, early, just come by. I just want to look at your smile and take some photographs. Before this, I make sure all the bite is correct. You're hitting on the back teeth real good. Yeah. Guidance is good. So all the functions work out.
Yeah,
okay?
I can feel it.
Yeah, you hit the back pretty hard. You're not banging on the front. You know? So talking about leverage-wise, you're not gonna tip that. You know,
that's right.
Like the way it was before. Before it's like a big cantilever. Every time you touch right here, and the longer it is, the more it's gonna come loose.
Yeah, and that's why I can feel that.
Right. That's why when we cut that, I hardly had to pull anything on the back. The whole thing just
came off.
Flew off. You know. But the back here, front here, I gotta work and to get it loose.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay,
so,
that's good.
Yeah. So let's take a few minutes and look at it. Okay.
All right.
Big part of the work is done today. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
And now we bring it back to edge like this. The class 3 where you're supposed to be. You know, according to the tooth relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we were to add facial like this, yes, it will improve your lip lifting. But the downside is that now we're gonna go back out here and if when you're eating, if you hit here, that's where it's gonna lift. You know,
I see.
with it vertical, you're gonna have less lifting force. Going forward, you have a lot more lifting force.
Gotcha.
So we have to find a fine balance.
Yeah.
Kinda in between. If we're gonna add, I would suggest that maybe a little bit, but don't go too crazy. Otherwise, it's gonna come off again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? If you say, "Hey doc, I want to push it out a little bit," that's what we gotta, we
Yeah,
gotta work
just
on.
a little bit.
Cotton roll, please. One more. Okay, let that set up. Margin. Clean it up. I didn't have to fill it in anything. March, like when you're flossing, the angulation will have to be kind of like this. You see that? I'm going to the top, and kind of have to be a little tight, kind of like straight up and down, like that. The floss is kind of in this angle, like that, to clean the back side of it. Okay? Kind of like, we'll go through it again. So it's between, it's not down, but it's kind of tight against your tissue, so you kind of have to slowly kind of pull through, like this.
So we're finally done for today. I think she's gonna take my thing.
Your bib off.
My beef. Yeah, because I can tell right now that my bite is pretty under bite, so. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I just got done on putting just a temporary on my bridge. So it's a lot of work. I am still kind of sore a little bit, but I can't wait for the finished product and can't wait to show you guys. Hopefully everything will work out fine, and I'm gonna see him Wednesday or Thursday to see, just take a picture to see what I look like. Right now I talk kind of funny. See you guys later. Bye.